by now. John.
Sorry. How do you think Duncan Robinson held up defensively in the last series? And related to that, like, as great as Brunson was, is Tatum like a degree or two scarier in regard to attacking certain defenders in the pick and roll?
Yeah, I mean, at least we know what some of the playbook will be. You know, it's not a mystery. You know, we've been dealing with that for quite a bit, and you know, you have to manage whatever comes your way. We've gotten a lot of reps with that. Tatum is super unique. You know, that's why he's one of the best players on this planet. He has that attack nature, but he can also just light you up from behind the line. You know, depending on how the game is going. So, you know, you have to compete more than anything. It's not schematic. That is part of it. But when you're dealing with great players, you have to find a way to overcome it.
Spo, you know a little something about the challenges of being a young coach taking over a high-pressure situation. What do you think of the job kind of Joe's done over the course of this year with this team?
Yeah, I think he's done a great job. You know, I've gotten to know Joe a little bit over the years, and he's a sharp guy. His care factor is through the roof. His maturity is beyond his years. And he's been in this program, you know, for a while now. I think that's probably what's most relevant. He knows what's important to this organization, and he has a lot of experience with these guys. He's earned their trust, and I think he's done a great job.
What do you remember about your first year? Was it overwhelming at times?
I don't remember. I remember getting heckled like crazy my first game in New York. That was my first game of my career. Everybody's saying that I outpassed my bedtime.
But were there overwhelming?
I remember that.
Were there overwhelming moments? Did you doubt yourself ever, like in that first year?
Yeah, that's my nature, though. Yeah, I still do. Yeah. I was beating myself up quite a bit. Yeah.
What are some of the challenges for a young coach in that nature of having that confidence and continuing to, you know, have that confidence in themselves?
I don't know. I think just going through the fire, going through the experiences. Everybody, you know, every situation is different. So I don't know what it is like in this locker room, this building. But I have a lot of respect for Joe. You know, we have a couple of mutual friends, and you know, we saw each other a bunch in the bubble. That's probably, you know, where I've seen him more than the last 3 years. We always just seem to be bumping into each other all the time in the bubble. You go through it, the experience. That's the best thing, the most valuable thing. And you know, what he's done this year is not easy. You know, and you definitely have to respect that.
And what growth have you seen in Jalen and Jason through the last, seeing 3 out of the last 4 years of the playoffs? What growth have you seen particularly in them as playoff performers?
Yeah, in a similar regard, if you're in these kind of situations over and over and over, you just continue to find more confidence in different solutions, more experience. And they have a lot of pride, being great players, and they're winning players. They've been through a lot of stuff together. I think that stuff matters. They're definitely different, than who they were, 4 years ago.
Spo, there's been a lot of attention on the draft this week. What do you like or appreciate about undrafted guys?
We like both angles. I understand the narrative, but some of our best player development projects have also been lottery picks. You can make a case that Bam is one of the best examples of that. Tyler is another one. The undrafted guys, just it depends whatever your organizational philosophy is. We don't typically have a ton of draft picks. That's just us. It's not right or wrong. That's just our philosophy, and so we have to stockpile and develop our talent base sometimes in different ways to fill out a roster. And we've had great examples over the years. It's always easier when you have guys like UD, that have been the example. Anthony Carter, Billy Callen, Chris Quinn, You know, all these guys that kind of set the stage for the next generation of those guys. And they're the ones that are working, you know, with these guys. But if you have a big dream and want to be challenged, you know, we feel like we can be the place, you know, for a lot of those kind of guys. There's not much difference. There really isn't much difference between, you know, maybe the roster spots from 10 to 15 to guys that are out of the league or in the G League or overseas. There's not. It's all about, you know, timing and fit and what a player's fortitude is. Okay, that's got to be it, right? Thank you.